Successful trading is knowing what to do and doing what you know. Hey traders, my name is Shagun Chat 247. I train traders how to trade in harmony with the market. So this morning I want to do a quick market state of play because I said on Sunday when we did the weekly trade planning session that I will be looking at the basket. Basically we'll be looking at the major indices just to see what has happened from Sunday night or close of Friday to where we are this morning, Wednesday, the 22nd of May, 2024. Then we can sort of have another view of what we should be expecting in the coming two or three trading days. Okay, so before I do that, we have a sell in the pound yen. This is just a short-term trade that we took based on I just took the trade this morning based on the structural failure or trend changing pattern we had yesterday. And for me, I like to always visit excuse me, I like to visit the trades that I have posted before. Whether it's a winning trade or losing trade, it doesn't matter. I believe it is a good practice that you should do that as well, so that you can, there's always something to learn. Whether you have a winning trade or a losing trade, there's always something to learn. So I always encourage you to visit trades that you've taken before, no matter what the outcome was. Okay, so let's look at the dollar yen. I posted this trade on, what was it, on Monday. So we were selling somewhere here, I think, and I said a break above the high will invalidate the trade, which happened. Okay, and that was a losing trade. I think the stop loss was 156.02. Yeah, 156.02, something like that. That was the when was it? There you go. So that's the US dollar Japanese yen bearish continuation. But you can see they broke higher and they stayed above it. I was analyzing this to my students yesterday. You can see we have a trend changing pattern at this low, okay, which gives us a potential for a downside move. All right, but be careful. uh I'm going to come back to this if time permits me, but as you can see, nothing we could have done there. That was a valid signal we took there, but this move knocked us out of the trade. So that's okay. You have to learn how to take losses. One of the key thing or the key skill you as a trader must develop is knowing how to take losses. Okay, because if you try to avoid losses in trading, then you are not meant to be trading. Okay, that is part of the game. The losses, the wins will reconcile the losses as long as you know how to control your risk. Okay, so enough said there. So let's look at the indices. We're gonna start with the, let me hide some of these tools so that we don't have, excuse me, too much lines on the chart. So let's look at the dollar index, 4 hours. So this is what we have from Sunday. You see, I haven't changed anything there. We have a directional move down. This is 5. We're expecting after the 5, as you can see now, the 5 has actually started the correction. So our expectation first is this area. Okay, if they're going to sell, this is the best area they're going to sell from. So for me now, the outlook going into the rest of the week has to be considered positive on the US dollar. So the DXY is positive. Okay, and I'm going to do this very, very quickly. Okay, so we go to the euro. Look at that. So we're expecting this. Look at this. Euro hasn't done anything since Sunday, but we don't have a sell signal yet in the euro. We don't have anything that tells us that this thing is actually about to move down. You looking at the color bars here. So we are still in a sell zone, high probability structural supply. So we have to be patient with the euro. As soon as the price starts to break lower, I'll probably say the euro is neutral. So I'm not going to include it in the basket. So we just say neutral euro. Then the next one is the Australia. Australia has given us a potential for a move back down. You see here, they got above the momentum high again, okay, and they have not followed through. So a break below here, this has given us a magenta color, which is telling us there's a possibility for a sell if price break below the 66.28. This is neutral as well, but neutral to negative. So we can include this in the basket. AXY is neutral to negative. Okay. Then we have the Swiss franc. This has given us a pullback. Selling this is not an option for me right now where we are. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so we have a move here. You see here, followed by two higher highs. That is a directional move, and this is a pullback into the buy zone just by looking at it. Okay, so as you can see, we are in the buy zone. Okay, and I encourage you to keep checking these things because I can't do all the updates here. But here, once we start to see a break above these blue candles, that tells us the Swiss is about to resume the move. Okay, this is a discount of this high. Okay, so the Swiss is positive. All right, I won't say this is a negative market. It's a pullback. After pullback, the direction is going to follow the momentum unless the price come and break this low with this move. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is the Japanese yen. All right, so the Japanese yen retreated a little bit. It's actually selling there, but we have seen a pause. This 4 is giving us potential extended move. Okay, so let me hide these drawings so we can see what I'm talking about. So we have a break higher, a pullback that led us again in that direction, then followed by a pullback. As long as they stay above this low, we have to buy this thing. Okay, and just be patient. Probably above this blue candle because that's a bullish call. If the price takes above traded above the blue candle, we can start to look to buy. So the JPY and the Swiss are the same ranking, so JPY is positive. Okay, but you have to just be patient for the price to lead you. And also, as you can see, we've already started seeing trend changing pattern on the 15 minutes chart yesterday on the Japanese yen pairs. If we look at the let me show you another one, the one we are selling, the pound yen. Let's look at this from the 15 minutes chart. You will probably have a better understanding of what I'm talking about here. So this is the 15 minutes of the JPY, the pound yen. Price was making a higher high. We bought this here on Monday and we sold because once that move happened, I was actually I was on the motorway and that's how it's, you might you might spend a lot of time analyzing a pair and you took the pair, you think everything is okay. At the end of the day, they took your stop loss. But the ones that you don't have much time to spend on them, but you just saw it. I actually saw it on my mobile phone, the signal to buy with the blue candle here, and we took the trade, and it was a perfect no pain. We had a little bit of pause, but the price moved up. But what I want you to see is this high here. Okay, this high gave us a pullback. So people that need money here, they're looking to buy here. So we call this a structure. But look at this structure. Compare this high to this high. Is this high a higher high or a lower high? This is a lower high. So you say to yourself, if these people are strong enough, they should push the price above the previous high, because this is an uptrend. Instead of making a higher high, they made a lower high, and the price came below the starting point. That, my friend, is what we call the trend changing pattern. Okay, I'm not going to say much more than that. Then we know after a trend changing pattern, there will be a manipulation. The move this morning, actually, this move here on the pound is because of the news. Look at this. Okay, so we have at 7 o'clock this morning, we had the CPI news, which was positive. The initial reaction was positive on the chart as well, but we know the news will be used to perpetuate price movement. What will happen will still happen. In a short word, trade what you see. And for us, we use the 5 minutes chart, the market structure high, to execute the trade. And that is the trade right now that we are taking. The risk is very small, so I can't pass this type of trade over. Okay, we have to take it because of the risk. Is like, look at this. The risk is 10 pips. Okay, and we have to take this type of trade. It's very technical. We have a trend changing pattern, and that trend changing pattern is present in all the yen pairs. Okay, I'm showing you all this because we are talking about the Japanese yen. That is the one on the dollar yen. If I continue to show you let's look at the CAD yen, which is another one I saw yesterday. We have the same thing in the CAD yen. Look at that. Okay, this one actually made a double top, came down. That was the news that brought this one all the way down, which confirmed the trend changing pattern, and we have seen the correction, and that is that. Okay, so going back to the Japanese yen basket, I believe the JPY is positive, and we should be looking for a buy of the yen against any weaker currency. So we've got 3 more to go. The pound. Okay, so the pound, let me do this again. This is what we have from the pound. Okay, this is a structure, and now this move has broken above the 2, which is another structure. So we can put a line here. That structure 2. Okay, so above the structure you buy, below the structure you sell. Currently we are below the structure. The pound is negative. GBP is negative. I'm not going to say too much about that. If price starts to break above the high, this high, then we can look to change our bias based on that information. But currently we have traded above the structure. We are coming back below the structure. The simple interpretation of that is sell or do nothing. So we have the Canadian. This is bearish. So CXY is negative. All right. I'm going to have to go fast with this because I need to do the pairings. And the ZXY is positive. Is negative because we've closed below the magenta at the high. This is a corrective wave. Okay. And let me do this quickly. You can see here, this candle has been closed below this magenta one. That is a sell call, and we've closed below the sell call. That is a sell, and we have to say the the NZ is negative. All right, so that gives us the DXY as positive. The euro is neutral. The Australia dollar is neutral to negative. The Swiss franc is positive. The JPY is positive. The pound is negative. CAD is negative. New Zealand is negative. So I'm going to do the pairing quickly, and so I can paste it here for those that are interested in looking at those pair today. Okay guys, so this is what we have. This is what I've come up with, looking to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We don't have any buy pair per se because some of the pairs are conflicting if we go and buy them, but these are more of a good trades to look for shorting opportunity in the pound dollar, the pound yen, CAD yen, New Zealand US dollar, New Zealand yen, CAD Swiss, and the pound Swiss. Those are the ones I'm going to be looking at. I may not look at the Swiss pairs because the Swiss is still in a neutral zone and it may still remain there for a while. So, but I will be looking at the pound pairs, okay, and the CAD yen, most especially. Maybe New Zealand US dollar later on in the day because we had the news there this morning. So that is it for the midweek trade planning session. So in the chart, I can start to look at them in depth. So I don't know if I have the time to post the trades today. I actually want to do a couple of, because I was asked a few questions while I was away on Monday. I'm thinking I can do something like an educational piece later this afternoon to post for the Trading View community. So my name is CADCHF. I wish you a successful trading day. Stay blessed and catch you in the next video.